Oh my gosh, yes. Let's get it right now. Oh, welcome to the Vlogmas. Also, do you like the fit? This is my ugly sweater that I got how many years ago? As you can tell, it's a little too tiny for me. And then I have my elf ears. And let's take a moment for our Christmas tree. It's very travel inspired. We have a lot of priority suitcases because my grandparents like to travel bougie, okay? And then we also have Buc-ee's over here. We have the Alaska Airlines plane. Yeah, we have my little Chick-fil-A cow. And then we also have our bear. Very Christmas inspired, guys. And I'm loving this little corner. For today's video, this could be like a little wish list inspo, but more so live inspired because this is what I want for Christmas, okay? So we're gonna do 3 different categories because some of it is very kind of boring and others is kind of like, what are we using this for, babe? So I organized it. We're gonna do 3 different Christmas wish lists, if you will. The first one we're gonna look at is essentials. The second is called been hyping myself up for these. And the third is out of pocket, but I can't help myself. So we're gonna start with the essentials. So first thing I'm gonna ask for is pimple patches because you can never have enough. I go through pimple patches like it's nothing, but it has to be the red one. I think it's Hero. Those are a go-to that I feel like if I get it, I will be happy regardless. The next thing, deodorant. Specifically, the water lily one from Secret and the spray version. Guys, if you have never smelt me before, trust that I will smell like water lilies from Secret because that is my go-to forever and always. My perfumes, they're a hit or miss. I like to go in different directions, but I will always use the water lily, okay? So I will be asking for those. The next one I'm gonna do is Dove body wash, specifically the hydrating one, the blue one, and it needs to come with a little pump because those are the bigger ones and I really like it. My friend Makana put me on this soap and it smells so good. I have a skin problem. Anything like gardenia, rose, as much as I love it, my skin does not, and I will break out in hives. So I found that this Dove body wash is really good for my skin and it keeps it nice and cool and not red because I'm that type of girl where if I'm sweating and I scratch, it will get red and then it will leave like a scab. Like if you were to get scratched by a cat, that's what happens to my skin every time I get hot. So next I'm gonna put is CeraVe normal to oily skin or normal to dry. The reason I'm asking for both is because there are some seasons where I am very oily and then there are other seasons where I'm very dry. So I need both. I'm a needy girl. The next thing I'm gonna want for Christmas is L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, specifically the black one and the waterproof black one. Hear me out. I can't really show you right now because I just took a shower. I'm ready to go to sleep after this. Sorry. But guys, I don't use falsies. And I feel like, not to brag, but I kind of love my eyelashes because I feel like they're eating most of the time. And the reason they're eating is because I start my first coat with the L'Oreal Telescopic black one and then I'll finish it off with a waterproof. Because if I just use the waterproof, my Asian eyelashes, they just go flat. But for some reason, the non-waterproof one, it will keep it curled. So I like to use both to give my little like, oh my god, is she wearing falsies? Is she not wearing falsies? That's the look I'm trying to get because my eyelashes are long. The Asian part of me just doesn't want people to know it. And the L'Oreal Telescopics, they fixed that for me. Okay, the next thing I'm asking for, I consider it an essential, SD cards for my Canon. I feel like I'm always running out of storage. I don't know if I'm just manhandling them, but I feel like I go through SD cards a lot. This is my first time using a Canon. I always grew up with Nikons, but with the Canons, they do this thing where it says I'm using something that will hack my Canon or something like that. Like I'm using false SD cards, false batteries, and it's a pain in the butt. So you can never get enough of SD cards, and yeah, preferably the 64GB or more if we're being specific. The next thing I'm gonna ask for is the Benefit Brow Fine Line number 4 because that is what I use for my eyebrows. Fun fact, guys, I go to get my eyebrows done once a year, and anytime after that, I'm doing it myself at home. So I don't know why I told you that. I guess it's a fun fact, but the number 4 works really well with my self-cut, self-waxed eyebrows, and they make them look like twins rather than cousins. Okay, level 2. Been hyping myself up for these. First thing, I'm gonna get it out of the air right now. Kindle Paperwhite. Kindle Paperwhite. Guys, I am a book girly, but one thing about me is I am a book hoarder. A lot of the storage that is in my room is filled with books. I got books just chilling on the floor right now in a little bag because I don't have space for it on my bookshelf. And I also don't want to give them away because what if a nice husband of mine wants to build me a little book nook where all of these walls are just bookshelves where I can store all of my books, like a little library, like in Beauty and the Beast? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyway, so I don't want to give them away. So how can I combat this? Kindle Paperwhite. Also, I go to the beach a lot. I go out, I travel. I feel like I travel pretty frequently. Why not just use the Kindle Paperwhite? It saves up space. The only downside is that I love the smell of books. When you break the spine, ooh, that is a good feeling. But at the end of the day, I need to conserve space. So yeah, I really want a Kindle Paperwhite. Now that that's in the air, the next thing I want is a Kindle clear back case. The reason for this is because you get a twofer, okay? So you get like a nice little cover in the front, and then in the back, it's clear. So you can put your stickers and design it how you want it. I love that idea. I really want one. They have it on TikTok and they have it on Etsy. Preferably, I would want one that says something cute and sassy, or one with bows. And I also want stickers. So I guess that's a 3-for-1 ask in my hyping myself up for these, but I asked for one for Christmas last year, only to my friends. My friends said, oh, like it's kind of expensive, like just wait, I'll buy you it next year. I said, okay, bet. It's almost been a year. I really want one, so I'm going to get one. I don't care who buys it, I'll buy it myself, but I will get one this year, and it is going to be adorable, so I'm excited for that. The next thing I'm hyping myself up for is an iPhone tripod. You are currently on a tripod right now for my Canon, but I really want one for my iPhone because I'm kind of a lazy girl, and I'm gonna be honest, there's not much planning to these videos, guys, so I feel like it would make my life easier if I can record on my Canon and then get different angles and use my iPhone. Also, my Canon setup, it takes a while. Like it took me 20 minutes to set you up just for this. I feel like an iPhone one would be easy, but I just like having multiple options to record, get different angles, all that stuff. I feel like it's time, you know? If I can spend $800 on a Canon, I can get a $20 tripod, you know what I mean? The next thing that I'm hyping myself up for is a DJI mini mic, preferably a 2-set where I can have 2 different mics so I can do like podcasts or something. Right now, I'm using a fuzzball that Keenan is letting me borrow until I get my life together, and I love it. But the only thing is that sometimes I want the shot to be super far away, and I want to be like, maybe I want to be in a field frolicking for flowers or something. I'm gonna need a mic for that. Also, kind of looking into ASMR, guys. Maybe I want to make ASMR videos. That would be better with a mini mic. So yeah, I really want that. Another thing I've been hyping myself up for is New Balance 9060s, specifically size 7. Guys, Keenan bought me the New Balances 550s. I forget. It started with the 5. He got me those last year for Christmas, and I love them. I literally use them every day for the gym. I use them to go out. They are my dad's shoes, and I'm in love with them. But because I take them out a lot, they're getting kind of dirty, so I wouldn't mind another one. While being in the category of shoes, I will also take the Nike V5 R&R size 7, preferably all white, or just like the majority of it white. I love me a white shoe. It makes you look clean. It matches with anything you wear. I love them. And Nike's New Balances, I don't really have a preference. I just really want another shoe. Okay guys, lastly, we're gonna go into the out-of-pocket and practicalities of my list. Number 1, bald cap. Hear me out. I love Pitbull, and I have promised my friends on multiple occasions that I will pull up to their houses as Pitbull. This is not a promise I have forgotten. It is just a promise that has been set back because I physically can't allow myself to buy a bald cap. Also, I know nothing of bald cap. Which one's good? Which one's not good? Which one's gonna go with my skin tone? These are a lot of questions to ask when purchasing a bald cap. So you know what? I'm just gonna have someone else buy it for me. I really want a bald cap. Since we're on the topic of bald cap, next, number 2 on this list, a wig. It could be a granny wig. It could be a blonde wig. I don't care. Guys, I love the idea of cosplaying. Have I done it before? No, but I really wouldn't mind doing it. You're gonna sit here and tell me that I can pull up to one of my friends' places of employment, pretending to be somebody else just to mess with them? I'm gonna want to do it. And also, I love me a good hobby. Cosplaying is a hobby, guys, and that is something I would definitely want to partake in. So any wig will do. I just want one, and it would go good with bald cap. I already got, that would make my life easier on the wig scenario, okay? So, next thing I want, Swedish candy. Guys, I don't know if you ever heard of Vinterland on Amazon, but like, it's like the Swedish candy mix, and it has the gummy flowers, it has the little monster looking things that are sour, and like the licorice. I love it. First time I bought it, it was $25. I was already kind of like, ooh, but I guess I was having a bad week because I impulse bought it. And I loved it. But I guess I'm in a better financial state right now. I can't manage to just hit add to cart and buy now on that Vinterland Swedish candy. So I want someone else to buy it for me so I don't feel guilty about it because I love it. Next thing I want, a matcha making set. One, if you don't know this about me, I love matcha. I don't love matcha from other places. I love making it at home because I feel that I make it best because I know my preferences. But I have never made it the classic way where you put it in the bowl, you have like the little bamboo whisk and you go Never did that before. You know what I used? A $5 milk frother that was on sale on Amazon. Not saying that it's bad, but I could make microfoam. I could do it legit. And also it would be really aesthetic. And I love learning things, so yeah, a matcha making set. The next thing I want, a facial. And honestly guys, I've had this list for a while now to make this video, and I strongly believe that you will catch me buying myself a facial for my 23rd birthday coming up, because I found this super cheap place in town that has 4.5 stars and it's cheap. And I think I'm going to indulge myself and buy myself that facial, because there is just something about facial videos that makes me so jealous. Like, I want to be that girl on the screen, closing her eyes with cucumbers over here. That sounds like a dream. I need that in my life. So I want a facial. But if someone wants to buy it for me, I mean, I wouldn't complain. Okay, next thing I want, Chick-fil-A gift cards. I think I get Chick-fil-A at least once a week. If not, I'll skip a week and then like make it up by buying it twice in 1 week. I love Chick-fil-A. So I would not complain if someone got me some Chick-fil-A gift cards so I can eat up. And also, Chick-fil-A is my place I go to when I'm like in a really bad mood or I had a bad day. I'm ordering myself Chick-fil-A to make myself feel better, and it works every time. There's definitely a serotonin boost when I get that nugget into my mouth. So Chick-fil-A gift cards. The next thing we got on here is a meat thermometer. Okay, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put this in the impractical or the essentials, but realistically it's impractical, because why can't I just look at a piece of meat and go, that's cooked, or oh, that's raw? I can't do that. I don't have that inside of me. That's not a skill I have right now. So I need a meat thermometer, because I love to cook, but god, chicken scares me. Chicken scares me, beef scares me. Honestly, if it doesn't look burnt, I'm not sure if it's cooked or not. And I have got a lot of stomach bacteria issues in my life to where it's like I gotta get myself the meat thermometer. I need it if I'm gonna keep cooking. And there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna move out and then I'm just stuck. Am I gonna eat raw meat all my life, or am I gonna get my life together and get that meat thermometer? Friends, if you're watching this, take that into consideration when you're thinking about what to buy for me. They're $5, $10. Think about that. The last thing I'm asking for is pepper spray. I work night shifts, okay? And there are not a lot of men where I work, so I am the big strong man in my life, in my workplace. So if something were to happen, I need a way to defend myself. And rather than throwing hands, I would much rather just like to spray somebody. So pepper spray. I already have one, but I'm not sure when they expire, if they expire. And also, I don't like the color. I got a new keychain. It's blue. My pepper spray is purple. I kind of wanted to match my keychain. I wanted to look cute to couture. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry if this was a long, boring video, but these are the things I want for Christmas. And maybe you guys took some ideas you want to put on your own list, or you just thought, wow, your list is really boring. Either way, this is what I came up with. I also wanted to show you guys my cute little Christmas setup because I'm in love with it. But anyway, comment what you are putting down on your Christmas wish list this year so that I can maybe steal it. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.